Welcome, I'm Plantman Pete, and in today's video we're going to be covering succulent leaf propagation and the different methods behind it. First off, I would like to say some plants are protected by plant breeder rights, which means taking cuttings or duplicating them in any way can be illegal. Secondly, not all plants can be cloned through leaf cuttings. So find out from the internet or from books whether the variety you have can be cloned that way. Right, so I find the best thing to do is water them before. About a week before, give them a nice watering and make sure they're kept watered well up until the point where you're going to be removing the leaves, because it allows the leaf to be released off the stem a lot more easily and without any breaks. So obviously you start at the bottom, remove any dead leaves, they should come off very easily. See that, although that's quite damaged, that may still take, so I'm still going to keep that one. See that one I've just pierced with my hand, so I'm not going to risk that one. Sometimes you'll also find they will come off one way easier than the other, and then sometimes you'll get round to the other side of the plant and it will be the opposite way. From what I believe, that can be from how the sun is hitting it from one angle and then hardening up one side of the base of the leaf, where at the joint, and then making it easier the other way. Okay, so you just keep removing. You do the same with the other variety. Things like crassulas, you literally go to the base of the leaf and you gently wiggle it and it will come off if you haven't already got lots of leaves at the bottom. So the same with this. Lift it up, make sure you get in the bottom leaves. Wiggle. See, that's not a very good one, so I'll end up chucking that one. Wiggle. Sometimes you have to do it a few times like that. That's a clean break until you have as many leaves as you want. You don't want to strip a plant completely back of all of its leaves. If you're going to do some propagation, you might as well remove as many as you can, or as many as you can get away with without harming the plant too much. Also, after you remove the leaves, sometimes the stem will be bare going up, so it will be good to just sometimes pack that in with a little bit of compost. Not water it yet, because you don't want it to start rotting the stem. The idea will be to get roots to come out of that part of the stem. So once you've got as many leaves as you think you're going to want to get from all your different varieties of succulents, then it's time to choose what method you would prefer to use to propagate your plants. So basically to get roots coming out the bottom of them. Right, so the first method is exactly how some of these were done. See, these have got roots already, and all I did, put them in a pot and I forgot about them. I left them in my greenhouse, and 2 months later they've got roots. So most of these have been left in my greenhouse for quite a while. Not all of them have got roots. So method number 2 would be get some tissue paper, get your leaves, lay them on it, And then once you've done that, you would then just lightly water them and forget about them. Another method can be to reuse the centres from your toilet rolls or kitchen rolls. Flatten them out. Wet them. Push them down a little bit. Probably best to turn them over actually, because that seems like it's got a little bit of glue on it of some sort. Turn it over. Wet it slightly. Turn it over, wet it slightly. And then you get your leaves. And you just put them there. Okay. Now the main difference between these different types of propagation is how often you're going to have to maintain them. So what works for one person may not work for the next. Also depends on how warm it is in the area you're keeping it, and so on. So another form of propagation is the well-known plastic bottle. Okay, so you get a bottle, very carefully make some holes in it, and then you get your succulent and you gently put them in there. Sorry, your succulent leaf, and you get your succulent leaf, gently put it in there, and you do this with a few of them. Okay, and then you end up filling it up with water, only to a little bit of water in the bottom, and then after you've made many holes and put your succulent leaves in there, you fill it up with water, not too much, put the lid on, and you leave it. Come back in a couple of weeks and you'll have roots growing on the ends of your succulent leaves. The problem I find with this one is as you take it out, a lot of the time you will knock the roots off, and sometimes you will knock a new bit of growth off, so a new set of leaves form in, or which is never good. So I prefer not to use this method. My favourite method is a little bit of compost, a bit of cacti and succulent potting mix. Just put into a pot. So you don't need much at all. Remember, all you're doing is you're creating a little bit of moisture underneath the leaf for it to be entice the roots out from. Okay. So don't really use much more than that. That'll probably do, to be honest. Remember, I'm not looking to get the roots to actually grow into this and get a huge plant growing out of this. This is literally just to entice the roots out to start with. And then once I've done that, I then get my leaves and for the bigger ones I prop them up against the side so they don't take up too much space. So once you have given them light water, you can then put them in a conservatory, but make sure they're out of direct sunlight. So in a corner of a conservatory, you could even put them in your shed if you like, bathroom windowsill, anything like that, and then they'll soon start growing. Here's some that I actually neglected a few months ago. So you can see from the state of that, it's all turned green. But we have got some quite nice succulents growing here. So, alright. And then you can pot them up into trays and then grow them on and then put them into pots. A priority when propagating is to make sure all your utensils are clean. So always disinfect your scissors if you're using them, pots, anything like that. The winter months are ideal for catching up with all that sort of stuff. So that is definitely a priority. Thank you very much for watching my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share my video, and I hope to see you again soon. That's it today from Plant Man Pete. Thank you.